I won a Juno in 2009 for Best R&B Soul Recording of the Year, which was amazing.
Yeah, I can
for
imagine.
for my album The Love Chronicles.
Yeah.
And that was an amazing experience for me. I really appreciated being recognized for the work that I had done. So that felt really good. Entering into the Billboard US Dance Charts was unbelievable for me. And I think it was an unbelievable thing that happened. It happened at a time in my life that I wasn't connected to a label, but it was one of those scenarios where there was a remix that was really, really good that got slept on. There were a couple of them that got slept on, but this one in particular was so good. And through a series of events, I was able to, put some of my own money behind a song that I really believed in, and hired a promotional company out of New York and their forte is pushing and promoting really good dance material, or like they will remix. They'll facilitate lots of DJs that remix Beyonce and any of the sort of big time artists out there in R&B or soul or just across the board. And with the help of that company promotion, the song reached number 14 on the Billboard Dance Charts, and I was like, oh my gosh, It made, like, it actually, I didn't, I had no idea. And it happened so fast, but it was really cool when it did happen. It was just a shame that I didn't have anything set up to help to facilitate that when it came to marketing and that kind of thing. So, so it's interesting that I'm at this place right now where I can take that experience and say, you know what, I'm going to learn from that and go independent and follow what my gut says, and kind of, and let the universe, get my business stuff together, of course, but to also follow what my gut says and follow the signs in the universe. I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, follow your heart, right?
Honestly, I feel like when you're on the right path, and you've got great people working around you or working with you who really believe in you, that are helping to facilitate and believe in what you're doing, magic happens. Yeah. And so I'm just trying to watch the signs.
Well, that's good. I'm learning.
Good.
That's good. That's good. Can you tell us about your experience touring with the Backstreet Boys?
That was cool. That was a really small setup. It was just me, track, and a few dancers. Yeah. Shout out to Hollywood J and Tankera and AC. We killed it. It was so much fun to do that. I think I have my backgrounds with me too. That was just a really short run, but it was fantastic. It was across Canada, and we just had a lot of fun. I had to get a lot of, I think the most challenging part of that tour was the dancing part and getting the dancing and singing together. I believe we only had a solid 2 weeks or something like that. Yeah. 2 weeks to prep and rehearse and get the dance moves together and all of that. But I wasn't used to that. So the first few times when we were rehearsing, I was like, this is a lot of work. But it was good. I loved it. But it was a jam-packed 30-minute set. And it was a fantastic experience. I would love to do something like that again.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're doing your thing, eh?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So my first album was, as you know, was self-titled, and the big hit off of that was Old School Love. Mm-hmm. That was amazing, of course. I remember hearing Old School Love for the first time on the radio. I think I was on my way to Tim Hortons to get a coffee. And I heard it. And I developed a really great relationship with some of the ladies at the Tim Hortons where I was living at the time. And I turned up the radio and I drove up to the window and I'm like, that's my song! That's my song! Oh my God, y'all, that's my song! So I was freaking out, but that was amazing. And then the next single off of that was, I think it was Twist. It was I think it was You Shook Me All Night Long, which was great. But what was funny about that whole experience was because I had Jelleestone in both videos.
Yeah.
People thought that we were dating, and my boyfriend at the time actually had he said he was at home, sitting at home with his parents.
Yeah.
And you know, they had this little TV in their kitchen, and the top 10 power couples came on Much Music at the time, right? And Jelleestone and I came up as one of the top 10. I don't know where we landed, something like number 8 or whatever, and he's looking at me while he's telling me the story, like,
wow.
And I'm like, no, there's nothing. I don't know why they said that. It's not. So anyway, that was horrible.
Oh,
but
wow.
But it was funny because it just caused a rift. But then I released Twist My Hair, and the great story behind that is Twist My Hair was the remix that I did. First of all, Noah Shebib, aka 40, from OVO. He had produced that song, and he was an assistant engineer at the time out of the recording studio that I was where I did the album, and I just loved, he was coming up with stuff, and I said, yo, let's just get together and do a song, like, let's just do something.
Yeah.
I'm like, we can do this, like, I need to kind of, I have some stuff that I want to express that I think you and we could, you know, and he was great because he just helped me to get the idea that I had out. And then when it was time to do the remix for that song, Boi-1nda had produced the remix, and Drake came in to do a drop a verse on it, and that was the first time that 40 and Drake had actually met each other. And then there, you know, the whole between 40 and Boi-1nda and Drake, that's I think when their relationship started to blossom, you know. But that's how they met. So that was a great story attached to that song. The Love Chronicles came out in 2008, and which was the follow-up to the self-titled album.